welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this makeup look right here. I wanted to do something very like Christmassy and New Year's holiday-ish, but very, very glam. Kind of like I did for Thanksgiving, except transitioning into Christmas, New Year's kind of look. This is actually going to be the shirt that I wear on New Year's, so I wanted to incorporate just all like the glitter and the sequins into this makeup look. I am obsessed with this look, and I feel like honestly, you really can't get away with wearing this look other than like your birthday, holidays, 21st birthday, something like that. So I feel like this is the perfect time for you guys to step out of your box and explore with some color and some glitter and some cut crease. I am just so obsessed with this, and I'm so excited for the holidays. I actually ended up testing out some new products in this video. So I tested out the new ColourPop loose highlighters, and oh my god, this thing is freaking gorgeous, and it's not glittery at all. It's just like a shimmery, I don't even know. It's literally so gorgeous. This is my first time testing out loose highlighters, and so far so good. Like, this one is so good. I think it's called Aura Voir. I don't know. I might be saying it all wrong, but whatever. It's like this really pretty rose gold peachy kind of highlight. It is so gorgeous. Oh. It is so gorgeous, guys. If you guys haven't picked these up, they're so inexpensive. I want to say they're like $7, and you can't beat that at all. I feel like these are great dupes for the Kylie loose highlighters or the Artist Couture loose highlighters. So pick these up and try these out. I'm so obsessed with it. Other than that, this is going to be my last video of this year. This year has gone by so fast, it's not even funny. Like, it's so weird. Like, I feel like it was just last year. Like, the year just started. I just got this beauty room. It's so crazy how fast this year has gone by. It's been so crazy, busy with clients and weddings. My children are turning 3 in like a couple days. Like 3? Like, what? It's so crazy to me how fast everything has gone. And how I started YouTube just last year in my bedroom, in my nightstand, and now I have my own beauty room. It's just crazy, like, how much can change in just a year. So I am super grateful for each and every one of you guys. I hope that you guys have a great Christmas and a great New Year's. And that's basically all I have to say. So if you're interested in seeing how I came up with this glittery cut crease right here, just keep on watching, and don't forget to subscribe before you go. Hopefully we'll see what 2018 brings for me in this whole YouTube, world. But other than that, let's just get started.
Alright guys, so my eyebrows are already done. I'm going to start off by priming my eyelids. I'm using Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm using that to prime the lids, and then setting that with a matte shadow. You can honestly use any eyeshadow primer that you have. I just like to use concealer best. So now moving on to the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, I'm going to dig into this deep chocolatey brown, and I'm going to go into a Morphe Bullet Pencil Brush. This is a 560, and I'm using this to really begin to carve out our crease. This is going to be an intense cut crease, so I like using this method for some of my cut creases. Most of the time you guys see me kind of go into the crease first and then build into this kind of cut crease, but for this cut crease we're going to start with the deepest shade first. So you're going to basically lean your head back and see where your natural crease is, and that's where you're going to go in and place this color very intensely. Then we're going to go into a clean fluffier pencil brush. I lost my train of thought. This is an E18, and I'm going to buff out that dark brown that we just placed, kind of diffusing the color. And this look is a little bit tedious because we're going to be doing this back and forth, just kind of placing the dark brown with that sharper bullet pencil brush, and then going in with the fluffier pencil brush and just buffing it out. This is going to give you that diffused look in the end, so you're actually working backwards. I know I said that already, but it can be a little bit tedious, but I promise you in the end it's going to look so amazing. So you're going to place that dark brown again with that sharp pencil brush, and then go in with the clean pencil brush and just buff out those edges, really diffuse the color. You can see right here how diffused it is. So now going back into that Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to use that mustardy brown color. I just love colors like this, and I'm going to go a little bit above that crease using a Morphe M562. It's a small fluffy blending brush, and it really gets really in there because it is so small and so precise. So you're just kind of going to go above that dark brown but kind of over it at the same time, really creating that gradient effect in the eye look. I know it looks sloppy now, but I promise you in the end it'll look so much better. So now going into like a kind of yellowy gold matte color, I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush and go above that mustard color in our regular crease. So like I said, we're working backwards using R38. Then we're going to go back into that chocolatey brown once again and really build up that color. As you can see here, I'm just really doing the exact same techniques that I was using in the beginning, just all over again. You're just really going to repeat the steps this whole entire eye look. So go in with the sharp pencil brush, buff it out with the fluffier one, then go into the smaller, precise, fluffier brush, and then back into the fluffy one again. So now going into the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light, I'm going to use this with the flat shader brush and really carve out that crease and really clean everything up. This is where the eye look really comes together. I promise you guys, this is the easiest cut crease ever using this technique working backwards. I just love cut creases. It just makes your eyes look so big and so clean and so defined. They're my favorite. So now going into Now and Zen, it's this white shimmery shadow from ColourPop. It's one of their single shadows. I'm going to place this all over that concealer where we cut our crease. I'm using this basically as a base for the glitter that we're going to be going into later because I want the glitter to be very frosty and white because this is a really glam Christmas look. But after I'm done placing that white, I'm going to go into this liner brush by Sigma. This is an E05. And I'm going to take a little bit more of that chocolate brown and really carve out that crease. Like I said, you're just repeating steps over. So I'm using this chocolate brown. Then I'm going to go back into that bullet brush and just really buff out those edges and make everything seem very seamless and very blended. But as you can see here, it just looks so pretty and so gradient. And then once we are done buffing everything out with all the brushes that you saw me use, I'm going to dig into back into that white just to really clean everything up and then start off with the glitter. So here I am using Urban Decay's, I think it's called Glam Rock, and I'm using that as a glitter glue kind of thing. I am placing that down first, and while it's still wet, I'm going to jump into that Dose of Colors Ideal Duo in Disco. And just place that on top. Because it is still wet, it acts as a glue and adheres to your eyelid and makes that glitter really stick on. You can honestly use glitter glue. I know I think Too Faced has a good glitter glue, or like Lit Cosmetics, but I was feeling lazy, so I just wanted to use this technique right here. And I wanted to show you that you don't necessarily need a glitter glue. If you have one of these liquid eyeliners for the glitter, it works the exact same way. So you just want to place it down, and before it dries, you want to go ahead and place a loose glitter on top. And as you guys can see, it just really sticks really well. Later on, it ended up transferring into my crease a little bit, but that's because I have kind of a hooded lid. But you just go ahead with the fluffy blending brush right here and just buff out that glitter, and it honestly just dust away. So now moving on to the other eye, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to go ahead and carve out that crease using the concealer. And as you can see, one of my tricks is I worked in really short strokes, dragging it downward to make everything very sharp and very precise. And then once we're done with that, we're going to go in with the white. I don't know if you guys have this problem, but I always, whenever I do a cut crease, I always make one eye a little bit, I guess you can say, like I cut one a little bit bigger than I cut the other, or is one of my eyes droopier than the other? I am always thinking about that. Like, do I make one bigger than the other, or is one eye just a little bit droopier so it looks like that? Because it really confuses me. But anyways, so you're going to go back into that deep brown and really just carve it out very precisely, buff it out, and then jumping into the glitter. And when you place that loose, or not the loose glitter, when you place the glitter liner, you want to work in very small sections because you don't want it to dry on you, if that makes any kind of sense. So you're going to see me here. I am going to go into just the first half of my eye, placing that glitter liner, and then going into the loose glitter and working it on right on top. And then once I am done with the loose glitter, I'm going to go back into the other part of my eye with the liquid liner and just place the glitter there and then put the loose glitter on top. So you want to work in short sections, because if you put the liquid glitter all over your eye, it could dry a little bit quicker in some spots, causing that glitter to be a hot mess later on. It'll look good at first, but later it'll look crazy. So once we are done applying all the glitter to the eye, now that you look like a big disco ball, perfect for New Year's, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and take a makeup wipe. Honestly, my favorite makeup wipes are from Costco. I know that sounds weird, but their Costco brand, basically in everything, like food-wise too, is so good. So I'm using this makeup wipe right here and just cleaning out all the glitter that's on my face. And I'm going in with a fluffy blending brush and just really cleaning everything up. Here I applied a liner and some lashes, and then moving on to the face. So I'm going to take MAC Strobe Cream in Peach Light. I don't know if you guys have tried out any of their strobe creams, but girl, these things are so good. I use it in all my clients all the time, either as a primer or mix into their foundation to give them a lighter coverage. But anyways, moving on to foundation, I'm going to mix Wet n Wild's foundation and EX1 foundation. So I'm applying Wet n Wild to the center of my face because that is more of like a matte kind of finish foundation. And then I'm going to go into EX1 on the rest of my face, even though that one is kind of like a matte, but kind of like a satin. It's like a mixture of both. So I'm putting that on the outside of my face and then the Wet n Wild in the inside of my face and blending that downwards. I think I'm in the shade 8.0 and EX1, and I want to say Desert Beige and Wet n Wild. But now moving on to the Anastasia Contour Stick in Mink. I'm applying this to my forehead, my cheekbones, my jawline, and my nose. I honestly love their contour sticks. They're a little bit more on like the neutral grayer side than the bronzier side. So if you guys don't like to contour with like more of like a gray tone or neutral tone, I don't recommend these because they're all basically the same way. I think Espresso in her foundation stick is a great contour color as well. It's more of like a bronzier color. But once I'm done placing this everywhere, I'm going to go in with a duo stippling brush and just kind of buff out those edges a little bit, and then go in with a beauty blender and just pounce it into my skin. I love using that technique because it kind of gives you like a soft finish and not so harsh on your face with the contour. It kind of just like buffs everything out, if that makes any kind of sense. So once I go in with the duo stippling, I go back in with the beauty blender and just pounce that into my skin. So then now for my nose contour, I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush as well and just kind of do the exact same thing that I just did on my cheeks. I'm just going to buff that contour stick out and then go in with the beauty blender and push it into my skin as well. You guys are going to be so surprised that I'm kind of outgrowing the cream contouring. Like, the other day I didn't have time to do it, so I just did regular like powder, and I kind of like the finish of my face better. It's weird. I like alternate. But anyways, now going into the NARS Creamy Pot Concealer, I'm using this to highlight the center of my face, my forehead, my nose, my chin, and my Cupid's bow. I honestly love this concealer. It's so good. If you guys like the NARS Creamy Concealer and like the regular like concealer type, then I would recommend trying this too because this is also really good. So once we're done buffing all that out, I'm going to go into Tarte Shape Tape in medium and apply 3 dots underneath my eyes on each side, kind of like a triangle form, and just go ahead and blend that in using a beauty blender. You guys know my relationship with the Tarte Shape Tape. I love it and I hate it, but it's more on like the love side if I use just a little bit. I know I say that all the time, so let me not be redundant. So once we are done blending all that out, I'm going to go ahead and set my entire face using Dermablend's loose setting powder. I'm going to go ahead and set underneath my eyes, my chin, my nose, the sides of my nose, my forehead, underneath my cheekbones for my contour line, and just really buff everything out. And once I am done putting that into my skin, you're going to see me kind of dip back into that Dermablend pot with a big fluffy blending brush and kind of just push it all into my skin and then buff it out. I like using that technique because I feel like it really sets your entire face and kind of pushes the powder into your skin, looking a little bit more natural, if that makes any kind of sense to you guys. Then once we are done with the powder, you always want to go ahead and set your face after that because it really makes the powder sink into your skin and look less powdery and more skin-like. So now moving on to bronzer, I'm going into this Makeup Forever bronzer. I think it's 20i, and I'm using this on my forehead just very lightly and on my cheeks just to really bronze up my skin and just to really give me a little bit more color because I always feel like after powder I look a little bit pale. So once we are done with that bronzer, I'm going to go into Milani's Luminoso, and I love this blush because it gives you kind of a highlight on your cheeks as well. You'll see right here, as soon as I place it, it's like boom, highlight on the cheeks and a little bit of a blush as well. So it gives you like that like kiss of blush with a kiss of highlight, which I love. So once we are done with that, I'm going to go back into that loose powder and just really carve and clean everything up that I just did. And then moving on to highlight, I'm going to use Fuego by Dose of Colors, Desi and Katie. I'm going to use this on my Cupid's bow, my tip of my nose, on my chin, and in the center of my forehead. I'm going to be going into a loose highlighter for my cheeks, which is why I wanted to go into this highlighter for the center of my face, because I didn't want to use a loose highlight on the center of my face, if that makes any kind of sense. But I love this Fuego highlight. Their highlighters are so good from their collection, and I love highlighting the center of my forehead and above my brows because it just looks so pretty. So now jumping into the star of the show, I'm going to take this ColourPop loose highlighter in Au Revoir, and you're going to dump it into the top and just place your highlighting brush into that, tap off the excess, and then go ahead and start highlighting with it. And guys, do you guys see that highlight? This is my first time using a loose highlighter, and oh my god, it is so freaking pretty. I thought it would be like straight glitter on my face, and I was so pleasantly surprised because it wasn't. It was like so soft on the skin, but with such an intense glow. It honestly could be one of my new favorite highlights. Like, it's a new obsession for sure. It is so pretty. If you guys haven't checked out their new loose highlighters, go check them out. I think it was like $7. And guys, just look at that. So then I went in with a clean highlighting brush and just kind of diffused it because I didn't realize how intense it was until after I put it on. So I just diffused it with a clean blending brush, and then I dusted away the loose powder underneath my contour line and kind of went over the highlight too, just to diffuse it a little bit more. So now for the under eyes, I'm going to go into the same colors that I used on the top, and starting off with the lighter shades first and then working my way into the deeper colors. Here I'm using a softer dark brown just to kind of add a little bit more color underneath, and then now I'll go into the dark brown. I know I kind of sped through this process, but you guys see this all the time, so I didn't feel like it was that necessary to show you guys. And I feel like an eye look is never complete without eyeshadow underneath. Like, I feel like you need to have it, and if you don't, it just looks really weird. So here I'm going into the first shade in the Jaclyn Hill palette and highlighting my inner corners. And Jesus, this highlight is so intense. I didn't realize how intense it is. It's like super white too, I guess because I'm more of like a medium skin tone, that I thought it was a little bit too white for me, but it's okay. It kind of went with the whole like winter wonderland glam AF look. But now moving on to lips, I'm going to go into this darker brown lip liner. It's called Cork by MAC. And yes, I'm going to be going into a red lip, but I just feel like the brown underneath the red lip kind of neutralizes it and kind of makes it look really plump, I guess you can say. It brings a natural plumpness to your lips. So here I'm using Anastasia's Bloodline Liquid Lip, and I forgot how much I love this red, and I forgot how much I love wearing red. But I'm just the type of person that I only can wear red in the holidays, because if not, I feel really weird. I know I'm so weird, but that basically completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me come up with this look. I just feel like it's so pretty. The red with the white kind of frosty glitter. It's so Christmassy and so New Year's. And I hope you guys were able to pull some inspiration from this look and kind of create your own. But yeah, that basically completes the tutorial, guys.
Alright guys, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how I came up with this look. I am so obsessed with just the glitter and the cut crease and the red lips. Sometimes it can be kind of scary, like doing this intense of an eye and then pairing it with a red lip, but I feel like this complements each other so well. It just looks so good. I don't know if it's because like I'm in sequins right now and it's about to be the holiday season, but I just love this look together, and I hope you guys did too. And once again, I hope you guys have a great Christmas or holiday, whatever you guys celebrate, and a great New Year's. I'm so thankful for you guys, and I just hope you guys have the time of your life and get all the presents that you guys asked for. But other than that, I will see you guys in the new year. Bye, guys.